So this video is going to be a bit of a different one just because a lot of things have been happening and I feel like I should probably tell you where this channel is heading. So, um, sorry in advance for making a bit of a different video, but uh, let's get started. So, as most of you probably know, I decided to shift to becoming a VTuber, though I also started making some of my own music around the same time. And since I wanted to keep it kind of separate from my YouTube persona, I needed a good name. So I've been a car guy since basically forever, and it's kind of reflected in my videos. The CDT, Driving Empire videos, the Hellcat logo in the background, that sort of thing. And that's what led me to making the name. I wanted something unique and cool, but also akin to Hellcat, which is in the background, my favorite car. So I came up with Necromata from the word necro, meaning death, and necomata, the cat spirit thing. So I decided to release a song on YouTube, that atrocious one that I called Demwob, under the pen name Necromata. But when I went to look it up, I realized I'd inadvertently plagiarized the name. Necromata was already another VTuber who beat me to the name years before me, and I hadn't even known. A part of me knew something like this was going to happen at some point, but I still couldn't believe it. It was hard to wrap my head around. Now, aside from Necromata, I'd also gone over other names like Ash, Dodge, though that wasn't going to work for obvious reasons. When I did some mulling it over, I settled on something I knew I'd like. So, if you don't know, some people have a really weird habit of replacing C's in a name with S's or Q's. Just look at any of Cadillac's electric cars. Lyric, Celestic, Optic, Vistic, Escaladic. Okay, I know it's Escalade IQ, but just stick with me for this one. Then, of course, there's Ionic, Hyundai's electric car, which I shouldn't have to explain. But there's one name here that I've omitted. Sinamon. Cinnamon is what I plan on rebranding myself as. Why cinnamon? Well, it's kind of perfect. It's cute, but with a sharp, dramatic edge. It's also tied to one of my favorite cars. The name is derived from Cinnamon Stick, a factory paint option exclusive to Dodge's Hellcat models. Well, the Dodge Charger Hustle Stuff drag pack as well, but there's no need to get into the specifics. Of course, since it's Dodge that's responsible for this spicy color, they had to be quirky and spell it as Sinamon instead of Cinnamon. So that's my shtick in a nutshell. For the inquiring minds, this decision has been a long time coming, so this wasn't really a new idea. But since I've had more free time to pursue my own projects, I finally decided to put this whole plan into action. I've also been starting college, and being a mech engineering major and a VTuber might look silly on a resume, but hey, at least it looks kind of cool. I guess the question that remains is, what are you going to do now? I will say this channel isn't exactly where I want it to be, but I've been shifting towards covering cars and the like. And since I haven't found any VTubers who cover car news, that says nothing. I've never gone out of my way to search for another VTuber category that fits in cars. I think I'll be filling a pretty interesting niche. Of course, there's also the music thing, which is the whole reason I made this rant in the first place. I'm going to post those onto YouTube, but for now, unless I can think of anything better, I'm just going to release all of my upcoming songs under Sinamon. So, I plan to release new videos 3 times a week, even though they're most likely going to be those shorts, and they're mostly car-related news and reactions. Will I still be gaming? Yes, but that's not really going to be the main focus of my channel anymore. So, I guess with all of that, do I have some quirky thing to say before I leave? Yes. Yes, I do. This is Cinnamon. I've had fun. I'm peeling out.